And how is everybody doing? I guess I'm gonna pray that we all are having a wonderful weekend. We're enjoying ourselves, we're positive, we hope that we well, and most of all, we're preparing ourselves for the next trading week. That's your boy Harlem, and I'm back with another video. There's gonna be our outlook. I just woke up, never mind me. I just woke up and all I was thinking about it was my outlook. So I just wanna do this and go back to sleep before me. So without anything, let's just hop in and continue to trust the process. So, so, um, looking at the NAS. So looking at the NAS, let's remember that on our previous outlook, we was looking for continuations to the upside, but only if price comes back for a retest and continue. But we had a retest closing inside with a 4-hour candle closing inside our resistance and the next candle closing above. That made me not want to be comfortable taking trades. So price pushed to the upside. So now looking at where price is, we're on our previous high, which once pushed price lower to the downside. So price reacting to the very same zone with a 4-hour candle closing above and the next candle closing as a pin bar or a rejection candle. All I'll be looking for on my outlook as for once price continues trading above the zone, we look for continuations to the upside. But if price breaks back in and there's a retest below, then I'll start looking for those reversals to the downside. So all I'm simply going to say is we're simply going to continue bullish above those highs. Above the zone, we continue bullish. But if price has a break back in and a retest below, then we'll start looking for what? For those bear moves to the downside with a potential double top. Understand? So my trade idea is we continue bullish above highs, bearish at close below highs. Like I say, if we continue bullish above those very same highs, then we take continuation trades. But long as price trades below those very same zone, then we continue bearish or we look for those reversals to the downside. So that's my take on the NAS. I'm not looking for much. I'm not looking for less because price has been pushing. And yeah, that's it. Looking at gold. So on gold, this is simple on gold. You guys know what I always do with such things, right? It's a sideways movement. Nothing is happening. Price is not moving up. Price is not moving down. Price is just trending in one zone. So obviously with this, what I'm simply waiting for is for something like this, for continuation or for that reversal to the downside or that continuation to the upside. So I'm looking for a bullish breakout or a bearish breakout to confirm my overall direction. Or without no breakout, if price fails to break the resistance and the support, then I guess I'll be trading souls, support and resistance and support and resistance. So my trade idea is we're looking for bullish or bearish breakout because price is in a correction or a range or a sideways movement. If price fails to break, we'll trade support and resistance. And I think we have enough range right there. Yeah, 20 pip range. Yeah, that's enough and that's equivalent to be tradable. So again, we're looking for a bullish or bearish breakout to confirm our direction, or we simply trade support and resistance. Even on German 30, this is what I simply do. Price is moving sideways. I'm simply looking for this, or we trade this or that. You understand me? We're looking for bullish or bearish breakout, or we trade support and resistance once price fails to break out. I repeat, we're looking for bullish or bearish breakout to confirm our overall direction. With price failing to break, we trade support and resistance. And that's it. We're not looking for much. We're not looking for less. There's no holy grail to this. We're simply looking for breakouts. Fail to break, we simply trade zones. And that's it. USTECH, okay, USTECH, I think we're having a great time on USTECH. So USTECH, it's on our major resistance, right? Not our all-time high resistance, but our major resistance, our 2022 major resistance. Price once reacted twice, push to the downside, came back, push to the downside, came back, push to the downside, coming back again in current price. Look at our price closed to end the week. Let's look at our price closed to end the week. So price has a pin bar, so price has this indecision candle, and price has this pin bar rejection candle, anticipating that obviously from resistance, price failed to close above, or price failed, or price failed to continue bullish. So with such things, if we can get a bay for our candle closing below, we'd look for the coming candle being a retest, and look for the what? For those continuations to the downside, because price, we're trading at resistance. Price is failing to break resistance. Price is failing to close above resistance. Price is giving us some bullish depletion and that bay momentum at resistance, which is a good sign of us looking to be what? To be bearish. Understand me? So my trade idea is we continue bearish and fail to break off resistance. Like I say, long as price doesn't break out of resistance, we're still having a good time, or we're still having a clear sign to be what? To be bearish. You understand me? And on the hourly, we reverse bearish at resistance with high time frame direction. So what I'm looking for from the 4-hour would be what I'll be looking for from the hourly. You understand me? Long as price fails to break the zone, we continue bullish. And long as price has a big candle close from this pin bar and a big candle close, then I anticipate what? A reversal to the downside, and I take my continuation trades to the downside. So I'm bearish on German 30, no lie. Let's look at USD CAD. USD CAD finally broke our range. USD CAD finally broke our range. So we once had a breakout and a break back in. Now we're having a breakout. Let's see what will happen in the coming week. So now with price trading right there on the zone, all I'm simply waiting for is for price to either come back to the zone, give us a clean retest and continue to the downside, or if price happens, it just breaks the lows, retest and continue to the downside. That will also be my take, because price is now low and staying in. We are looking to take my profit. That's from this previous support, this intraday support, or this triple top or this triple bottom, which puts price to the upside. If we come back again and show signs of depletion and that momentum, in that bearish sentiment, in that bullish sentiment, then we take continuation, so reversals to the downside. So USD CAD for now, I'm not looking for much. Like I said, let's wait for confirmation, price below support. As long as price is below support, let's simply wait to see what will happen. Are we going to get a cleaner retest to continue to the downside, or are we just going to break the lows and continue to the downside? On the hourly, once we break out of intraday lows, we continue bearish, or we follow our hard time frame confirmation. Like I say, if price breaks the lows, we retest and continue to the downside. But if price will react from the zone, then we take the trade again. But if price does this right there and comes back like this and retests, then we simply look forward for continuation to support, for continuation to the upside till we hit resistance. So that's my take on USD CAD. I'm simply not looking for much, because I don't have a clear confirmation right now into what I have to do on the coming week. But we'll just keep it mindful. We'll just keep a close eye into it and look for what we can trade, and let the rest be history. Looking at let's look at Tesla now. Let's look at Tesla. We can tell where Tesla is trading our major support. We remember price breaking out of the major support. Now price impulsively pulled back to that very same zone. So what I'm looking for right now from Tesla, it's something like this. Boom, boom, boom. Understand me? I'm looking for two things: for either price to close above our resistance, or for price to simply close below and start looking for continuations to the downside or reversals to the downside. So my trade idea is we bearish at resistance, fail to break. We bearish at resistance, so it fail to break. As long as price doesn't close above our resistance, then we look for those reversals to the downside. On the hourly time frame, we follow hard time frame direction. Like I say, we bearish at resistance with fail to break. Long as price doesn't continue to the upside, then we look for those what reversals to the downside in anticipation of what price breaking support, retesting, giving us a new what resistance, pushing to the downside, coming back again to make the zone stronger. If price continues to the downside, then we have a clean and confirmed what resistance which we need to trade from on Tesla. So yeah, I'm looking forward for reversals to the downside as long as price doesn't close above our resistance. Looking at BTCUSD. So like I say, even on Bitcoin, there's nothing for me to do. There's nothing for me to be on. But price had once pushed and moved sideways. Pushed. Now it's moving sideways. So what's next from this move? Are we going to get a breakout or are we going to get a reversal? We don't know. The only thing we need to do is to just keep an close full eye on it. Like I said on my trade idea, we're looking for bullish or bearish breakout. Fail to break, we trade support and resistance. And I also think we have enough zone, we have enough range here, which is like an 820 or 825 per move to the upside and to the downside, and this way same zone. So on Bitcoin, I'm looking for a bullish breakout or bearish breakout, or I will trade support and resistance as long as price doesn't break out. Ethereum, I don't have a trade idea on Ethereum. I don't have a trade idea on Bitcoin, but all I can say is now, because price is trading in our major support. Price broke back in of our major support. Price broke back in of our major support. So obviously, with something like this, we need to wait for something like that and anticipate something like that. So Bitcoin, I'd say we're looking for continuations to the upside. As long as price has a retest of what? Of our support above, then we look for the what? Those reversals or those continuations to the upside. Last but not least, we're having oil. So on oil, I also don't have a trade idea. I also don't have a trade idea on oil. But all I can say is, because now price, we printed a new support, we printed a new resistance on our support. As long as price trades above, as long as price trades below our resistance, we can continue to the downside. And day trading signals, or intraday trading, or intraday signals, or those scalp signals. As long as price doesn't break above, or long as price trades below resistance, we might continue to the downside. That's just simple. Understand me? So I don't have a trade idea at the moment on oil, but all I'm looking for, because I printed out this low price pushed, I'm just simply looking to see what will happen right there. Are we gonna break, or are we gonna react and look for a clean double top and look for reversals to the upside or continuations to the upside? But at the moment, I don't have a trade idea. So that's my weekly outlook. I'm simply looking for price to break out, or for price to fail to break, looking for price to react, or for price to fail to break. And that will be it. I'm not looking for much. I'm not looking for less. I'm just looking for what will price give me, what I always trade: support, resistance, breakout, retest, continue to the upside or to the downside, bear flag, bull flag, bull flag, head and shoulders, invest head and shoulders, this, that, whatnot, and everything like that. So that's my outlook. I know that like lately, I don't do a top-down analysis started from the daily, 4 hour and the hourly. I just simply do the 4 hour, because the 4 hour is just an intraday. It's just a hard time frame, and at the same time, it's an intraday time frame. Understand me? Everything that happens within the week in the markets, it's simply shown on the 4 hour on my own side. But that's it. That's my outlook. This is your boy Harlem. That's all I got.